Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so first things first, I'd like to apologize for my appearance. I know I am sweaty, and I know I look sweaty, but this video is not so much meant to show off my appearance, but it's more or less meant to showcase, in my opinion, a very, very big issue that has been taking place within Pokemon Go over the last couple of weeks. And this is what I like to call the 2-item per Pokestop glitch. So, with that being said, guys, I actually want to give you guys right off the bat, a live demonstration as to what I mean. So, with that being said, can we please roll the footage?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I want to present you guys with a real quick on-the-spot video and also a live demonstration to show Niantic in particular that there is the 2-item per Pokestop glitch that is going on. It's not just happening to me, but it's happening to like hundreds, if not thousands of other players, and it's one of those glitches that's really, really frustrating, and it's been going on over the last couple of weeks. So, to show you guys what is going on, let's just hit this Pokestop here, and we got 2 items. Alright, so let's hit this Pokestop here. 2 items. Alright, so let's go on over here for a moment. Let me just go ahead and continue to spin these stops. Let's just see what we got going on. So, got a couple lures that I didn't put up. That's interesting. So let's see what we got. So, 2 items. And let's see what else we got going on here. So, we got another stop, 2 items. And let's just keep going on here, and let's get to this stop here, and spin this real quick. 2 items. Now, allow me to show you guys my journal here, just to further back up my proof that there is the 2-item per Pokestop glitch that's going on. So, as you see, we spun those 5 stops here just recently, and let's just run down the list here. So we got another stop, another stop. Let's keep going with this. Another stop, another stop. Another stop, and the list just keeps going on and on and on and on. Like, look at all that. Now, we're getting to past events right here, but look at all this. This is from recent. Like, this was... Look at all that. This is all from tonight. Well, some of it from tonight, because the journal doesn't record every single little thing that you spin and catch. But basically, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of wanted to give you guys this quick little video here to also show to Niantic that, yes, this glitch is, in fact, very real. And it's one of those glitches that they need to fix immediately, okay? Like, this is almost as bad as the curveball glitch, if not as bad. I mean, when I spun my first stop of the night, it usually comes out with quite a handful of items. Guess how many items I got? 4. So, it's a matter of taking my word for it or not, but yes, I ended up getting 4 items from my first Pokestop that I spun tonight. So, yep, just wanted to give you guys a quick little video here. And yeah, so take from it what you want, but yes, this glitch is happening, and Niantic needs to fix it. Pronto.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I should have honestly said this at the beginning of the video here, so I'm going to say it now while it's still fresh in your minds, and that is, this video isn't so much meant to direct any sort of hate or animosity towards Pokemon Go, towards Niantic or anything like that. This is simply just to prove a point, okay? I don't want you guys to go and hate on Niantic, you know, spread a whole bunch of hate comments and stuff like that, because that's not what I'm about, and that's not what our community is about, okay? We're better than that, but this video right here is a more serious video, and I'm going to be pretty damn stern here, because I'm not going to lie when I say that I am pretty pissed off with what's been taking place and how the Niantic support has been handling this issue. Now, the thing is with me, ladies and gentlemen, is that I've actually been experiencing this glitch over the last, I'd say, 2 weeks. Like, this happened shortly after my brother Jason had to depart back to his home in Singapore, and I've kind of been thinking, it's like, okay, this is a little bit strange right here. So, you know, I took it with a pinch of salt, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep on going anyways. I mean, I am in a heavily dense area with a lot of Pokestops. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Not too big a deal. You know, this is a glitch that I'm sure is going to be fixed, like, almost right away, because if not, then this is a glitch that is insanely game-breaking, in my opinion. In fact, it's as game-breaking as well, in my opinion, as the curveball glitch, which have turned off so many Pokemon Go players as is, especially from, you know, having to do raids, because they kept on missing out on catches that they should have got, but because of the curveball glitch, not factoring in the curveball itself, which helps up your chances of catching said Pokemon, they were infuriated and they stopped with doing raids. But with this right here, with this glitch, it has been going on for me over the last couple of weeks, and I just gotta say, what ails you, Niantic? Seriously, what is the deal here, okay? And the thing is that I had actually sent you guys emails before in the past, as well as an email pertaining to this particular subject right here, and I keep on getting the same bot-like responses. I keep getting the same copy, cut, and paste kind of responses from, I can't even really say that they're people from Niantic support. They come off as bots. It's like you literally see the same sort of responses, and the thing is that, like, you know, I've been on a lot of Reddit posts, and, you know, they're complaining about the same thing, that Niantic support isn't exactly supportive by giving a bunch of canned responses. Kind of ironic if you think about it, considering they call themselves Niantic support, yet their copy and paste responses is the opposite of the spectrum. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of history, okay? I've never spoken about this issue yet here pertaining to anything to do with Pokemon Go or anything to do with, like, Niantic in general, because to be honest with you, I didn't exactly know how to go about this issue, because the thing is that, okay, you know what? I'm going to cut right to the quick. During the 1-year anniversary event where it had, you know, the special reward boxes, and it had a limited time offer of being able to catch Ash Cat Pikachu in the wild, and they would spawn much more often, guess who got soft banned for absolutely no reason? This guy right here. And I say absolutely no reason because, see, here's the thing, is that you guys have known me for a long time to be very outspoken for Niantic and very outspoken against the likes of cheating, against the likes of spoofing and all that stuff. Basically stuff that violates the terms of service and also takes away, you know, the fun and the spirit of the game by the use of cheating, by the use of third-party software that tampers with and manipulates the game by giving you an unfair advantage over other players. Now, see, here's the thing, is that I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't bot, I didn't cheat, I didn't spoof, I didn't do anything of that. And yet I get soft banned for absolutely no reason for 2 straight weeks. Now, see, here's the thing, is that, you know, I have, like, if need be, I can get verbal confirmation and verbal testimony from players that I have played with around me, actually have witnessed this thing, because the thing is that their spawns were much different than mine. See, I was getting common spawns. I was getting spawns that did not involve any rare Pokemon, did not involve any Pokemon that was evolved, did not involve any starter Pokemon, whereas all the other guys ended up having their spawns just fine and unaffected. Now, see, here's the thing, is that I have sent emails to Niantic, and I asked them, it's like, what is the deal? You know, what is going on? Why am I being soft banned, you know? And guess what? Surprise, surprise. They did not give me a damn bit of closure, and I gotta say, that was the bit that really pissed me off, and that was the bit that really almost tilted me to say fuck this game and just, you know, go about it my own way and just not even play the game anymore. But see, here's the thing, is because of the fact that my love for the game was way too strong and way too deep rooted, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna play through it. I don't care if I'm fucking soft banned for no reason, because, you know, they can't stop me from playing the game the way that I've always played, that being fair and by the books. And I find it really funny how there are people out there who have literally cheated and spoofed and even admitted it on YouTube, you know, showcase themselves doing it, and yet Niantic doesn't do anything for them, but yet someone who is very against cheating gets fucking soft banned. That's great logic there, Niantic. So you know what? Yeah, you could say that I am a little bit pissed off and still a little bit sour about what had happened in the past, but the thing is that now is as good as time as any to give you guys a little bit of history as to what took place with me back during the event, and just how lovely Niantic support is by giving you absolutely no closure. They said they couldn't disclose any reasons as to why I got soft banned. It's like, well, then why was I even soft banned in the first place when I didn't do jack shit, you know? That was the real bit that pissed me off, because all I wanted out of that event was the opportunity to catch a 100 IV Ash Cat Pikachu. I know it would be, like, next to impossible, because, like, 100 IV Pokemon are rare as hell, but given the fact that I wasn't even doing anything wrong and I got soft banned, it's like, well, what the fuck? It's like, you're punishing me for playing the game right? You're punishing me for being dedicated to the game, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars into the game, and spending thousands and thousands of hours more into the game, and that's how you're paying me. That's just well done, Niantic. Very, very well done. But with that being said, guys, it's now time to move on to the next portion of the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so in this next portion of the video here, we're going to be going through a smorgasbord of different articles and different posts that are talking about this sort of issue right here, that they are not the only ones, obviously, that are dealing with the 2 item per Pokestop glitch. Now, the summary is that there's still a small minority of us who are experiencing 9% of the time a downgrade of only 2 items per Pokestop. While this was fixed for most players on October 11th, this minority is still getting left behind. Let's share what we know so that we can fix the pattern. So let's just go ahead and let's scroll down here. So we have the details of the, of said account right here. Did the 2 item Pokestop problem get fixed for you on October 11th like it did for everyone else? Nope. So there you go. That's one account right there. And let's see what else. Got another account, level 33. Nope. Let's see what else we got going on here. Nope. Another account, level 35. And let's see what else we got going on here. Like it did for everyone else? Nope. Let's see what else we got going on here. No. And the thing is that, like, okay, so now we get to the actual copy and paste kind of answers that everybody has been getting whenever they're emailing Niantic support. So, oh no, I'm so sorry to hear about the trouble you're experiencing with Pokemon Go. The following steps should resolve your experiencing. Now, see, here's the thing, is that I actually ended up getting the same sort of email, the same sort of response, I should say. And I tried everything. I reset my phone, I deleted the app, I cleared my cache, I did fucking everything. Hell, my phone was even reformatted, for God's sakes, and the issue is still there. So clearly it's not an internal thing, it has to do with the game itself. So yeah, like, look at this. After again being very explicit that this does not work, the problem is account not device specific, and I'm not even using a Google account, I got this. Sorry to hear you haven't been receiving the items you want at Pokestops recently. Please note that the items are generated and distributed at random. Keep trying. And again, that is the same sort of response that I've got as well, the same sort of canned BS response. I'm just like, what? Are you actually serious? Are you actually out of your mind? Like, are you serious? Okay, so and this person says, I was skeptical at first, but now it was clear that all hope was lost. Again, being very explicit that the issue isn't the type of items, but the amount. I got this. At times, you may notice changes to existing features, as well as the addition of new features. We're constantly making improvements to Pokemon Go, and the items received at Pokestops may vary. Now, what new features are you talking about here? Now, see, here is the thing, okay, is that I actually spoke with Jason and a few others about this, and the thing is that, like, there's talk going around saying that, they're adding more Pokestops for rural players, but yet they are minimizing the amount of items that you can get from the Pokestops. Okay, well, I mean, that's one thing if you're going to add more Pokestops. But, see, here's the thing, is that there's also another bit of rumor that's kind of popped up, and I'm just like, that would be very concerning if this was actually the case. But apparently, okay, apparently, depending on how high a level you are and how frequently you play the game, you're going to get less items, whereas someone who doesn't play the game often and someone who is a much lower level are going to keep getting more and more items. So if that is the case, really, Niantic, is that your way of repaying players that have, dedicated a lot of time to your product? It's like, is this how you're going to treat your customers? Because I'll tell you one thing, man, as someone who has worked in the customer service industry for almost 8 years, 1.5 years of course, though, being in a fast food restaurant, Wendy's, where it's nothing but customer service, and my current job of almost 6 years working with Paladin Security, working at a healthcare facility, and believe it or not, security does involve a lot of customer service, because I'm always being asked questions, I'm always answering questions, giving them the answers to the best of my ability, and no matter how stupid or how legit a question is, you never, ever, ever turn away a customer. You always say, okay, how can we help you, okay? And the thing is that I deal with hundreds of people on the daily, so you add that up with every single shift that I work, 4 shifts a week, 12 hours a day, and almost 6 years. Dealt with thousands upon thousands of people with thousands upon thousands more of questions. And I can assure you, yeah, you may look at me as some sort of scrub, as some sort of a broke-ass person that can't afford a suit and all that stuff, that, who's he to talk about customer service? He looks like some Joe Schmo that we should just completely disregard. No. See, here's the thing, is that, like I said, it ain't about appearance. It's about what's up here. It's about what's in here. See, here's the thing, is that I know customer service, and this is not good customer service. This is very ineffective customer service. So in fact, it's not customer service at all, for God's sakes. It's literally a case of you copy and pasting answers that don't help your customers, that don't help the customers with the varying issues, just so you can grab a fat paycheck from the CEO of Niantic to say, yeah, job well done, pat yourself on the back. No, see, that's not how it works, okay? But I'm getting way ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize, but I should have said this also at the beginning of the video. This video is unscripted, but at the same time, I know where I'm going with this. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next article here. So could Niantic be A/B testing the drop size? I know some people have been posting they're still receiving fewer items from Pokestops. Could Niantic be A/B testing drop sizes to see how people react in terms of revenue or playing the game? It's unclear to me whether having more or fewer balls and items would affect revenue. I can answer that right now. Hell yeah, it would, because here's the thing, is that especially during something as opportune as the Halloween event, and how inopportune this glitch was, how it took place just days before the Halloween event took place, it's like, well, see, here's the thing, is that the aim of getting double candy is, in order to get double candy, you gotta catch Pokemon, and if you're getting less items from each Pokestop and you run out quicker, well, what are you gonna do? It's like, do you either grind out for more Pokestops and potentially miss out on catching Pokemon because you don't have any more catching devices? Or do you take the lower route and do you actually buy more Pokeballs just to give more money to Niantic, just for the fact that they're not even going to fix this glitch and that they're basically taking advantage? They're basically encouraging players to spend more money just to fill up their pockets with our money and not bother fixing this glitch, because this right here is just, honestly, it is... Oh, man. Like, it's like I said, you know, I've spoken about this with several friends, and they think that this is fucking dirty, if that is the case. If this is some sort of marketing scheme to get more money out of us, out of your customers, by accidentally, on purpose, implementing a glitch that gives you fewer items at Pokestops, right? So it's unclear to me. So yeah, are you likely to buy balls if you have fewer of them, or are you likely to play more if you have an abundance of balls and buy other things like raid passes and incubators? Now see, here's the thing, is that just from this event by itself, I spent over $50, because, like, well, listen, man, it's like, despite the fact that I'm being fucked over by this, it's like, I don't want to let the perks of this event pass me by. So it's like, of course, I'm going to take advantage as much as I can with what little resource I've got. So that right there is just kind of like another article to back up this problem here, Niantic. Now, let's actually go ahead and let's scroll down to this comment right here. I'm not going to go through every single comment, because the thing is that we'd be here all fucking night if we're doing this for every single post, and reading through all the comments. But basically, we have another individual that can attest to this right here. Now I have stopped playing entirely and only fight the gym close to my house. I'll catch on my communities with other plus, but other than that, I am done with this game until they uncripple my account. See, there you go. And to be honest with you, man, I am honestly very sorry that you're having to deal with this as well. It's honestly not right. And the thing is that we as players, we deserve to, at least have some respect, But the problem is that, like, the people that are much higher up that actually have a say in all this, it seems like that they're not speaking up about these problems. They act like the game's all hunky-dory and that there's absolutely no problems. And I think you guys know who I'm talking with, these big Pokemon Go YouTubers. Now, here's the thing. I'm not necessarily calling them out or, trying to shame them or anything. I actually like these guys. I like their content. But see, here's the thing, is that something that really doesn't help is that the fact that Niantic is, like, paying you off, seemingly, and buying the fact that it's like, okay, well, you know what? It's like, just, play our product, keep, saying good things about it, and, you'll get all these free perks, you'll get all this event, you'll be sponsored, and this, that, and everything else. But, see, here's the thing, is that when that stuff happens, it's like, you silence your biggest critics that way, and if they are hiding the fact that there's actually issues and not speaking up about it, but rather instead going the opposite way and say, oh, yeah, the game is so great, I haven't had any problems with it or whatever, they're rubbing all this in our face. It's like, well, then honestly, it's like, how honest are you being to your audience? It kind of makes me think that you don't exactly respect your audience in that way by being honest, but rather you're giving them false hope by acting like there's nothing wrong with the game when in actuality there is. Now, like I said, not trying to hate on you guys, but it's a simple case of me saying what needs to be said, okay? Because it's pretty much got to a point right here where it's like, I've had enough. Now it's the time for me to sound off. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next article. So yes, what we got going on here is another real quick article here with more comments. And this individual right here says that I got 4 items on my 7-day streak today. And the fact is that, like, hey, you're not the only one that's had to deal with that shit. I have had to deal with that when I spun my first stop and only got 4 items. It's like, what the hell is that? It's like you're supposed to get the largest amount of items from your first from your first Pokestop spin of the day. But considering that this guy only got 4 on his 7th day streak, that is beyond ridiculous. That is just like, come on, Niantic. Are you actually joking right now? Like, look at all this. This is, wow. Like, look at all that. That's just... Look at this. It's okay, so some people aren't experiencing this bug, but upvoting, because the thing is that this needs to be solved quickly or rest of the event is going to be miserable for the many trainers. And the thing is that this individual is absolutely right. And see, this is someone who, in my opinion, is very selfless. It's like, okay, this individual may not have issues, but this person's not going to stand for that shit because other players around him, or her, I should say, are being affected. And I gotta say, thank you for the support. Thank you very much. And yeah, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and let's keep on going, guys. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we get on to the next article here, being a response of Niantic about the 2 items bugs. So in my local area Facebook group, a guy posts this response to Niantic. It says that the 2 items bug is a feature to balance gameplay around the world? What? What? Are you... No. Seriously, if that is the case, Niantic, you are going to be fucking sinking your game more than it's already sunk with all this past BS, man. Seriously? Does this mean that Niantic is working on a system that rural players get more items by Pokestops than urban players? If it is, they fail miserably at design. Give rural players more Pokestops. Don't punish everyone else. And see, here's the thing is that, despite this individual being a rural player, they're only receiving 2 items per stop. So... the writing is on the wall, Niantic. What are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? Like this just makes me ask more questions. Like this guy says, this just makes more questions. Like, what are they balancing around if it's not suburban versus rural item games? That is horrible. What in the world are they doing? And it says... Yeah, I like this guy right here. I like this guy's response. Sounds like they're trying to get people to quit playing. And... yeah, and yeah, look, we actually have ourselves a new game, which is like Pokemon Go, which is Draconius or something like that. Like, okay, it's like a facepalm kind of moment right here, man. You gotta be joking. So, yeah, with that said, let's move on. So, another quick article here showcases another canned typical response from Niantic support. Since I understand you're receiving 2 items per Pokestop, at times you may notice changes to existing features as well as the addition of new features. What are these features? It's like, seriously, Pokemon Go, more like Pokemon No communication, because you never communicate to your audience what these new features are. It's like, are you serious right now? It's like, what the hell? Seriously, this is just honestly... this is annoying, you know? Like, I can honestly say that I'm practically speechless here, but I think I've proven my point here. Again, we have ourselves another post talking about another botted response that they got from Niantic support. So thank you for reaching out. I apologize if my previous response felt automated to you. Well... here's the thing, is that, you know, rather than apologizing, going right back to giving us botted responses, how about actually teach the people at Niantic support, or actually teach the bots at Niantic support, if we're going to be completely blunt here, to be more human-like and give us more human-like responses? Because see, here's the thing, is that it's because of us that your pockets are lined with our cash. It's because of us that Pokemon Go is the single most successful app, or one of the single most successful apps, I should say, because there's a lot of other apps that are in a similar league to Pokemon Go. But see, here's the thing, is that, like, if I was in their shoes, and I know it sounds cliche to say, if I was in their shoes, I would this. Well, see, here's the thing, is that the difference between cliche and what I say is that what I say, I mean. And the fact is that if I was in their shoes, I would do everything I can to make sure that I give them the best customer service that I can possible. Like, there's just no other way around it. It's like, you can't be serious, like, by apologizing and then turning around and continuing to give these canned automated responses. Like, you can't do that. It's like, and look at this right here. It's like, this individual right here, haha, sorry our response sounded automated. Instead of fixing your problem, we'll teach our support bots to be less automated. Bada boom, right there. So yeah, there's nothing more to say here, so let's move on. And we have another post that showcases more examples of the lack of communication, the lack of human communication between the customers of Pokemon Go and Niantic support of Pokemon Go. Unfortunately, we are not able to comment on the specifics of future features as they are subject to change. Keep an eye out for the updates and announcements on the official Pokemon Go website or Niantic blog. I can just honestly say that this shit happened to me, and I'm face-palming so fucking badly right now, because it's like, oh my god. Like, seriously, it's like, Niantic, it's like, you're getting all of this kind of feedback here. Don't you think that it's like, okay, it's like, this is now gone past insanity, because you're doing the same thing, hoping that something would change, and it doesn't, okay? That's just, I've got no words right now. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so rather than just keep on going from article to article to article, like, I think you guys get the idea, okay? And for those of you guys who are curious and want to read more into these articles, I'm gonna leave a whole list of links in the description box down below. Believe me on that, because it's like, there are a lot of interesting reads here, you know, for comments and for posts and all that. And I just gotta say, it's like, Niantic, it's like, how far are you willing to go without acknowledging your player base? How far are you willing to go without acknowledging the fact that, you know, there's a problem? And see, here's the thing, is that simple acknowledgement isn't good enough. It's like, you need to stomp this issue into the ground. And also, another issue I might add is the fact that you need to provide better customer service, because given canned responses and copy and paste and shit, and not even communicating with us properly as to what your guys' intent is, that is, without a doubt, really poor customer service. It's not even customer service at all. It's just pure laziness at that point. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I think I more than proved my point here, so I'm going to leave it at this for now, but I have a feeling that the battle has only just begun, kind of thing, you know? It's just like, all of this that's been happening, you know, not just to me, but to hundreds, if not thousands of other players are dealing with this. It's like, this is not okay, not even in the slightest, okay? And the fact is that, you know what? Okay. It isn't quite the end, because there's something else I gotta get off my chest and something else I gotta say, and it might come as a shock to you guys, but please try to bear with me here. So, here's the thing. I have been outspoken for the longest time about cheating and spoofing in Pokemon Go. That is a given, and for all intents and purposes, I still stand by every single sentence, every single syllable that came out of my mouth when it came to those videos here. Whether I was in MegaCrasher character or not, I still stand by what I said. But see, with all these issues that's been going on, I can actually understand why people are actually turning to spoofing. Even those that I played legitimately with have actually talked about turning to spoofing, because they're so sick and tired of Niantic's bullshit that, you know, they're not even willing to help them out. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, my friend Jonathan, for example, you know, he wanted to switch teams, go from Instinct to Valor. But the thing is, guess how long it took Niantic to actually process and respond to that request? 6 months. 6 bloody months. And, you know, they emailed him back saying, are you still interested? And he's like, yes. And guess what? Still haven't got a response there. So here's the thing, is that I can actually understand why people are turning to spoofing, so that way they can actually get as much enjoyment out of the game as they want. It's still not okay. It's still breaking the rules, and I'm not going to encourage that at all. But basically the difference between then and now is that I actually understand why people are turning to spoofing. And I actually understand why people are cheating in the game, because they're so sick and tired of being constantly screwed around by Niantic and not doing a goddamn thing about it to fix their game. And here's the thing, is that I'm not going to turn to spoofing because I want to keep on playing the way that I want to play. And that's being legit, you know? And the thing is that if I'm going to keep on being punished by playing legit, then here's the thing. I'm not going to be censored. I'm not going to be silent about this until they actually do something. Until they actually do the right thing. For, not just for me, but for every single other player like me that has been screwed over by these sort of issues. With all that being said, and all of that off my chest, I want you guys all to take the time to comment down below in this video and tell me if you guys have been having any of these sort of issues or if you're having different issues that haven't yet been addressed. Because I would really like to build a very strong case for Niantic support in general, because this is just beyond bullshit. This is not okay. Like, the lack of customer service, the lack of communication, and all these things that are happening whenever there's an update, and Niantic is not even doing anything about it. And not to mention, you know, the higher tier YouTubers that actually have a say in all this, that actually have power, that allow Niantic to listen to them, they're not even stepping up and saying anything about it. So it's like, well, you know, it's like, I don't want to say they're part of the problem, but they're certainly not solving it. So it's like, you know, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? It's like, do you want me to keep my mouth shut about this? No, because I know I'm not the only one that is pissed off with the game right now. I know I'm not the only one that is just, you know, beyond frustrated with the amount of issues that's been taking place, and couple that with the same amount of frustration that we are getting from the amount of automated responses that Niantic support is giving us. That's not okay. That's honestly not okay. So, with that said, guys, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching this video, and I apologize for the length of this video. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but I want it to be as detailed as possible. So, with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. I'm not going to set a like over this video, obviously, because it's a very serious video, but every single bit of support helps, and every single bit of feedback helps. I want to know your guys' experience of playing Pokemon Go. Are you guys being hit with the same sort of bugs, the same sort of inconveniences, or are you guys unaffected? Or is there other issues that's taking place that we don't yet know about, that Niantic doesn't yet know about? Comment down below. I want to hear you guys sound off. So with that said, guys, thank you guys all very much for watching this video, and don't forget, I love each and every single one of you guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, support, stay positive, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, keep it 100, because you know damn sure that I'm always going to be 100.